Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan Cast live show. Max, how you doing tonight, my brother?
Man, it's been a weird night, one to say the least. I'm doing fine personally. It just feels like there's a weird aura about this night. I mean, would you agree with that?
Yeah, man, it's been kind of weird, but I mean, we still got to do the show, especially because we missed out on Sunday. So we definitely wanted to get you guys a show for tonight, thinking
Yeah,
that, after the
great
hype,
Monday
the
night
Bills,
game.
and
Yeah,
yeah, the probably the potentially the best game of the year.
yeah.
But if you guys don't know, if you guys are living under a rock, um, what's his name?
Damar
Darman Hamlin,
Damar Hamlin, number 3 on the
Damar
bill.
Hamlin.
I'm pretty sure me and
Yeah,
you've talked about just him in general on the pod, just being like, this guy's a heat-seeking missile. He just
yeah,
cracks people. He cracked T. Higgins. He stood up. He collapsed, and I've never seen a sight like that one personally in my 25 years of watching football. It was scary. It was weird.
yeah.
Um, End of the day, best prayers out to Damar Hamlin family, the Bills organization, anyone involved. He's in critical condition, but I think they put him to sleep for the night. He has a beat, which is just all we care about.
Yeah.
Game was suspended. One, I don't know what else to say. It was effing scary.
Yeah, like you said, never seen anything like that.
Is
I
it
was kind of shocked. I
is
was
it
shocked
sad
when
to
I
say that
heard.
though? Like we've seen guys be paralyzed on the field and it didn't phase us. Like, I mean, I don't want to say it didn't
Uh,
phase us, but we're just used to the violence of
yeah.
football. You see a guy get cracked, get concussed, like Tua Tagovailoa, for instance. The memes were coming 10 minutes later when
Yeah.
he
Uh,
got concussed and was throwing up
Once I
game.
heard, once I heard they were doing CPR on him.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
if you're
I mean
doing
this
CPR, he lost a pulse.
dude,
So
the way the
that's
Bills
when I
died
was like,
for
oh my goodness.
Stephon Diggs one was like, and you could tell a lot of the guys that were like, Trey White, the cornerback room, the DB room was floored. It was absolutely floored and not a good day for
Yeah.
football. You never want to see something like this happen. Fuck the game. Fuck all. I'm sorry. See, I'm trying not
Yeah.
to curse, but F the game. F all that. Let's just hope this guy who's younger than both of us,
Yeah.
uh, let's hope he can get back
Yeah.
to being okay.
But on that note, Max, before we say anything else, just want to say shout out to his family, praise
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
to them, praise out to, everyone from the Bills and everyone that was there tonight. Like that's a scary moment. Um, I'm not gonna get into, all the stuff that's been going on tonight with like the Skip Bayless and all that stuff. I tend to stay away from all that. I mean,
Yeah.
look, a person today was in in danger of losing his life. Okay, and it's bigger than football. It's bigger than the business at hand. They made the right decision. They canceled it. Who knows when they're gonna play this game? It'll be crazy. I don't even feel like talking about it. Like
No.
whether they're gonna play it tomorrow or next week. I don't
But
know.
I mean,
I have
once
no idea.
we're in unprecedented waters. One,
Yeah,
there's no answer here that's gonna
exactly.
be perfect. And it's about a young man who heart stopped on the field. And
Yeah,
you hear people talk about, I die for this. This is my dream, and it's just words, but until it becomes reality, and it gets real scary. So
right.
let's just hope for a speedy recovery. He can get back to, let's just say, having a normal life where he can walk around, play with his kids if he has
Yeah,
any, hug his girlfriend, whatever. That's all we
yeah,
care about here
exactly, man.
at Max and One Cast. Everyone else who wants to talk about the game can go F themselves, bro. It ain't about that right now.
Yeah. Shout out to Raven, shout out to D Raw. I know they're big Bills fans, Bills Mafia in the house. Welcome to the show, guys. Uh Praying for Damar Hamlin. Raven saying vitals are stable, sedated him, put a breathing tube in him. Said that's common for a heart issue. Same thinking, bro. I had the same thinking. I was telling my girlfriend we were watching the game, and I was saying like I've heard stories about guys collapsing on the field like that because of heart issues. So maybe a blessing in disguise of this happening. Maybe there's a heart issue
An
that he
underlying
has been
thing.
living. Yeah,
Yeah.
an underlining issue that
I
he's never known about.
I played with a kid in basketball, and after a game one day, I wasn't there for this day, but I knew the kid. He was a part of like the travel team we played on. It was like this is like the first days of AAU, and he sat on the bench and he kicked his leg up and he passed away because he had a heart problem. He was like 14,
Yeah,
13. So I mean, it's a heart thing, man. You don't know sometimes. You really don't know.
right.
It's
Yeah.
sad.
It is. On that note, man, I don't wanna have the podcast be all the way sad. And uh it's tough to talk about football after watching that, but we try to be the light inside of you guys. Maybe not everyone's watching this live, so it's on Tuesday. Hopefully we bring some joy in your guys' life. Happy New Year, Max.
Happy New Year.
This
I'm
is
glad we didn't do the show Sunday. Had a
yeah.
wicked hangover. Nah, my
But
winter streak killed me.
so with the exception of the Monday night football game, we will be talking about all the fantastic games that went on Sunday and Sunday night. And a lot has happened, bro. A lot has happened. It was kind of a crazy Sunday, a lot of unexpectedness for for the least I can say for it. I want to start it off with the storyline of the week. I felt like was the New York Giants, Max.
Mhm.
They officially clinch the playoffs with Brian Daboll, with Saquon Barkley, and leading the way, Daniel Jones, the quarterback. They beat the Indianapolis Colts 38-10. Uh, some of the stats for this one: Daniel Jones, man, 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing, 4 touchdowns total. Richie James, leading receiver, 76 yards and a touchdown, 7
The
catches.
Colts are an absolute nightmare. Jeff Saturday, you're in over your head. You had one good week against a team we won't talk about yet. But one, I feel like if this was any other coach, the interim would have to like get fired too, because it's a joke. I mean, Kayvon Thibodeau, he sacked Nick Foles, and I don't think he hurt him. He was doing snow angels.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to talk too much about that little dumb incident, but I don't think it was intentional. But at the end of the day, one, Colts are a dumpster fire. Good for the NYG. G-men are back in. Washington's done. Do you want to maybe have you apologized to New York yet for not believing in Daboll? I kept the
uh,
receipt.
yeah. They totally got my attention after like I want to say like week 7. I said, my goodness, like this team is really good. And they've been dealing with a lot of stuff this year.
We kind of wrote them
And
off a little
yeah, we
bit.
kind of wrote them off, and it's hard, man. It's hard because they're in the toughest division in football, whether people want to admit it or not. Uh, they got the Cowboys and the Eagles. Okay. And it says a lot because that division hasn't even been locked up yet. We'll get
Oh
into that
man.
later.
Oh,
But
dude.
look, shout out to the Giants, dude. I seen a report a couple hours ago saying they are in the talks of finalizing a deal to keep Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley long term. I asked you last week, Max, would you sign Daniel Jones to a new contract? I think after that performance, yes, I know it's against the Colts, but it just gives you more confidence that a guy like him can get it done as long as Daboll's in the building.
So is it telling that I'm more scared to give Saquon a boatload of money than Daniel Jones?
No, because we all know the lifespan of a running back and a guy
I'm
that
laughing at
hasn't been.
that, and no, I did not get a Herbert tattoo, but that is a good idea. That's a very good idea. I should have
He's,
got one.
oh, you talk about Ravens
Yeah,
comment.
lower back's where I'm thinking, guys. So every time I lean over, one can see it. No, on the Giants, we wrote them off. No one believed in them after what they go off 4-1. They lost to the
Yeah,
Cooper Rush's Cowboys,
yeah,
but this team had tenacity. And I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs because they have good up front on defense. Their defense is legit. and that run game can be really annoying.
Yeah. Um, one thing I want to say about Dayball, did he lock up the coaching of the year award for coaches? I say coaching of the year, coach of the year award. Because Nick
So
Sirianni, I mean, sorry to say, he's fallen off.
we're
Who's another guy?
13 and 13 and 3, and
Yeah.
we fell off.
Mhm,
I would say one the short list to me. I'll put 4 names on it. Uh, Definitely gonna go with Nick Sirianni.
mhm.
Definitely gonna go with Brian Daboll. Go with Kevin O'Connell on
Facts.
Minnesota. I gotta give props to my boy Brandon Staley for getting them boys over the hump this year. One, no,
I
no,
can't
no.
do
I
that.
wouldn't give it to Brandon Staley. Um, I feel like
Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan for sure. Mike McDaniel is tanked this coaching of the year stock, and
Yeah. 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 Raven said it best. Third, maybe 49er third string
I
quarterback.
mean,
Like,
maybe they should have taken him for third overall, guys. Trey, who?
but my choice right now is Brian Daboll. I
I'd
look at
vote
the
for him
Raiders.
too. I'd
I
vote for him.
look at the Raiders, Max, and you look at a team like let's see who's another like rebuilding team right now that's struggling with it that has a new the
Bears?
Denver Broncos,
Oh, Broncos. Okay.
Broncos, but especially the Raiders because all the excuses all the time, Max, is hey, like it's a new head coach, new system. Let's get acclimated. But it's like with the good head coaches, or should I say the great head coaches in the league, you see it right away, right? You see a difference. You see the change in culture. With Brian Daboll, you see it right away. The guys respond to him. And it's like, what do you do to players on your roster to make them play at a higher level than they are? And you look at a guy like Daniel Jones, it's like he's getting 1,000% the best potential out of Daniel Jones, the most.
Yeah, I think me and you have been on on the camp that Daniel Jones never really got a fair shake in New York, and everyone was quick to blame him for what I would say was the worst O line in football last year. And you saw with a little bit of help, he can be a good guy, and they still don't have any weapons for him to throw to. Kenny Galladay's just collecting money every week for sitting on the bench. So and I
Traded
think
Kadarius Toney.
traded him, who actually kind of looks like a piece, but new regime, I get it. But
Yeah.
one, they could make some noise in the playoffs, and I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't.
Yeah. It's
And
going to be very interesting
And
to see the
one real
Giants.
quick, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are the Colts on the dumpster fire?
I would say about an 8, 9. Nah, put them at a 9. I don't think it's a full blown 10. I think we've seen a little bit worse
I'd say like
situations.
I think Saturday makes it a 9, but overall, they're like a 7. Saturday's just
Yeah,
in over his head.
yeah. Like I would say, who's a bigger dumpster fire right now, the Broncos or the Colts? I would probably say the Broncos. Guys are fighting on the sidelines.
Yeah, I go Broncos. I mean, we say that, but the Broncos put together quite a game. Quite a game.
I just think it's their defense, man. But
Hey, Russ hung up a nice 24 burger.
I'm I'm getting a lot of Buddy Ryan vibes from the Broncos. It's like, yeah, we don't care about the offense. The defense is separate from this team.
I like that. I
But
like
speaking
that.
of defense, man, none
Okay.
was played in this one. So-called number one defense. We got
Oh
to
my
talk about it, man.
gosh.
The 49ers beat the Las Vegas Raiders 37-34 in a tremendous game, a game nobody expected. Kind of crazy, dude. Some of the stats for this one were insane. Brock Purdy, 284, 2 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. Uh CMC, 19 carries and total yardage 120. No, do the math for
193.
me, Max.
193.
193.
Got you.
Quick math. Uh Devontae Adams, 153 and
Like,
two-piece at the touchdown
so does
department.
Devontae forget about Carr after that game, or where are we at with that?
I think it's more of just like
I
he is
think it
him.
showed the brilliance of McDaniels. He had the Niners
Yeah.
in a position I don't think we've seen them in. You know?
And D Raw, I mean, we gotta say it. Jared Stidham, aka Jared Stidham, went out and balled, bro. 300 and something yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He played amazing, dude. and it's kind of crazy to say. Saturday was Ursay. Do me a favor. Will John H. leave Michigan? Maybe with Carr.
Mm,
That's a good
I
little
mean, you
conversation.
can't trust a guy named Jim Harbaugh who can't get it done in college. You're gonna get it done in the NFL. That's all I'm
Or
gonna
the
say.
pros
Yeah, he can't
with
get
the
it done anywhere.
49ers. But look, Max, me and you were texting this during after the game happened.
Hell of a
And look,
performance.
I was so excited, dude. In the moment of being a Raider fan, I was so happy that the team came out with some freaking fire, bro. Like they came out to play number one defense, slicing and dicing with a backup quarterback, Waller's getting in the mix, Devontae, Josh Jacobs doing his thing. And Josh McDaniels just learned how to call plays out of nowhere. It's the best called game I've seen all year from him. But
I
automatically you
I
turn
think
to
you
the
had
car
them
thing.
so off balance one. It was so
Yeah.
off balance, and it was literally the number 1 defense, and I think we agreed top like 3 defense in NFL, maybe the most talented. They didn't know what to do. They couldn't stop anything.
Yeah.
Couldn't stop anything.
And you turn to this because the big storyline out of this one is like, oh my goodness, look at what they did without Carr. Stidham looked amazing. Like, why couldn't Carr do all that? Look, I would say this, man. Take it with a little bit of grain of like with a grain of salt here. Stidham, first game, we seen with Mike White. What did Mike White do in his first career start?
Yeah, I think he had
Amazing.
4 touchdowns, 320 yards. Granted, it
Yeah.
wasn't the number 1 defense. It
And we've
was
seen this multiple times, not only with quarterbacks, just with players in general.
Well,
They have this.
Carr's had offensive explosions for games this year. I mean, the offense was never a thing. So you guys score right to tie the game up. In your heart, you knew 100% you guys were not going to get a stop, right? You were like, oh, they're going to go down the field and kick a field goal, right? You knew that.
Yeah.
That game should have been over in the fourth quarter. Robbie Gould pushes one right. As a Raider team, you just got to take away, like, man, Stidham showed something. He's not the quarterback of the future. I don't think he's that yet, or he's yet to prove it. And Carr is just a very interesting thing in this whole rebuild
Well, it
slash.
came out.
And
It came out.
he's not done playing though, Juan. He's
Yeah.
not
He's
done.
not. I mean, David Carr, his brother, had something to say. He was very mad about the situation, which he should be. He really broke it down. Basically what everyone else has been saying. But one thing that I can't ignore, Max, that I seen with Stidham that was a glaring difference in Carr. And I'm a Carr supporter, bro. I love Carr. So this is a lot coming from a guy like me. But I just felt like the mobility was a big factor in this one. I feel like most of the good QBs in the league now with a baseline of athleticism can invade players. And I seen Stidham invading defenders so easy.
He had a touchdown on one where he evaded and then took a shot.
Yeah, but it's not even like the mobility of like running like Michael Vick. Like I'm not saying beat Justin Fields. I'm talking about those sudden movements, Max, that you have as a quarterback in the pocket, simply stepping up, simply rolling out left, rolling out right. How many times do you see quarterbacks nowadays do that? And I just feel like Carr has a poor sense of doing that. Part of it is because he's played with some really bad offensive lines. He's played on some really bad offenses, and it's kind of got him into really bad habits of, hey, let's not take the risk here. Let's cradle up, protect the ball, live to see another down. Don't make the big play. Don't make the big mistake. And you kind of seen it with Jared Stidham on the last play of the game when he threw the pick. He stood in there way too long, and it costed us the game. It goes hand in hand. But that was one of the big differences with me. And it's so frustrating because how many times, Max, do I sit up here and say, Carr is not a bad athlete? He is more than
No, but
willing
there's a
good athlete.
fearlessness he doesn't have in his game anymore. Maybe that's from breaking his leg, getting his back like messed up. Jarrett Stidham stood in there to a fault at times on Sunday. And
Yeah.
like I said all along, the Raiders, this is my own belief. Me and you can disagree. I don't think they're as talented a team as their record would indicate. They're one of the teams I look at and be like, they're talent deprived. But there's something about the Josh McDaniels coaching, and they play hard. So if you're a Raider fan, hang your hat like, hey, maybe this is a sign of good things to come, and you just knock this draft out of the park.
Yeah. Good sign for Adams and Jacobs. Two guys that everyone was worried about leaving.
Jacobs is a dog.
Yeah. Nick Bosa after the game, Max, said that was the best running back he's played in his career. It's a lot. I think that's a really big compliment because Nick Bosa basically shades everyone in the league. He hates everyone. He doesn't give
Yeah.
anyone credit.
Mhm.
And for him to say that about Jacobs, who stats wise didn't have all that an amazing game, um, a lot
Oh,
coming from
he ran hard, and that defense is scary at times. Hufanga,
exactly.
Warner, Greenlaw, everybody.
Yeah. Let's get into your Eagles, Max. I
Ugh,
think it's a big
please,
conversation.
please, I hate
Look,
them
I
so much.
I think look, um, I think the big things with the storyline with the Eagles is not them playing bad. I just think right now the injury bug has caught you guys at the absolute
Yeah,
worst
we
time.
lost Josh Sweat to a neck injury, a scary one too in his own right. He had to be carted off the field, and like when the neck injury happens, there's a cart.
Yeah. So that you guys have already lost Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat, Jalen Hurts, and I want to say Lane Johnson.
No, Reddick's
Those are
good. Reddick's good to go.
Reddick's good. Okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
But you guys are just getting them at the worst moments. And
Yeah.
Minshew in the offense, it took a while. The first quarter was
Oh my god, we
abysmal.
had
Like it
2
was
3 and outs. I
terrible.
was so pissed off. We couldn't run the ball, you know. Look, it's just a missed opportunity one. It's missed opportunities. Yeah, did the Eagles get shafted on a holding call that wasn't holding? Yes, they did. It should have been 14-13. We're up. They didn't score one other point on offense. We kind of controlled them after the halftime. But it was missed opportunities. And I mean, the AJ Brown thing, it was a 95-yard touchdown or something. It was like 85-yard touchdown. He caught it. He outran Paulson Adebo, scored. Look, Eagles lose next week. Dallas wins. They win the division. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
It's a must win
So
for the Eagles against the Giants. And if you're an Eagle fan like me, you're like, hey, Giants, you got nothing to play for. Don't have us over. But it's a division game. You know? Look, I don't think Saquon's going to play a lot. I don't see why you'd play Saquon. You know? There's no need to
the
play.
big question is, do you play Hurts?
Yes, you absolutely play Hurts. You absolutely play Hurts. Yeah, you do. Maybe you don't call as many run plays, but I think he's a baller. I think he gets up for this game. It's a must-win game in Philly. Get the first round bye. Let us recuperate a little bit. Let's get Sweat back. Let's get Lane back. Lane's going to play in the playoffs. Let's not go on the road. Let's not go on the road.
Yeah, it's tough, man,
And
because you
what's
want to be
Washington have to
playing.
play for? Washington has nothing to play for. They're out. Ron Rivera didn't even know.
Yeah.
Carson
That's
Wentz 2 years in a row.
oh my goodness. You unhitch the wagon, Max. It's done, right?
No, yeah. I
Please.
did. I just want to say this. This is all I'm going to say. It wasn't that great with Heineke, guys. As much as everyone freaking loves him, they were losing with him too. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, Wentz was trash. Absolute trash. I could defend them, but I don't want to. Don't make me defend them.
But look, the Eagles, you never want to be in the situation when you're playing your worst football of the year. And it says a lot about them because they've been rolling all year. And this is a little bump in the road. It's not really due to team play, it's due to injuries. I truly feel that way. It's the number one reason. When you lose your starting quarterback and just more dominoes fall with just impact players, it's going to affect you. And that's what you see on the field right now. Hopefully they can get it done week 18 because they need that bye big time.
Bad.
They
Yeah, I
need a
agree.
big time.
100%. And god dang it, New Orleans pick got a little better because they won a game.
Yeah, that was tough. It was a tough day for the Eagles,
Double
but
loss.
hopefully you guys bounce back, man.
I hope so.
Let's go to a division wrap up that we saw in the Tampa
Oh
Bay
my
Buccaneers,
god, this
man.
game made me effing sick, Juan. It made me sick. Tell me it didn't make
Tom
you sick.
Brady,
They
the
let this bum of a quarterback. Oh my god. Go ahead,
Hey
Juan.
man, Tom Brady, 34 out of 45, 432 yards, 3 touchdowns. Sam Darnold, not too shabby, man. 341 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. DJ Moore had a fantastic game. 6 catches, 117, 1 touchdown. But that's no compare to my man, Mike Evans, the
Juan,
future Hall of Famer, Mike Evans.
who
10
was the
catches.
problem on Carolina? Who was the problem?
CJ
DJ
Anderson.
Henderson. Here's an idea. They can't move the ball. Stop getting burnt by Mike Evans, who's not no rocket up his butt type of guy anymore. Mike Evans is amazing, but that was so stupid. Carolina was in control of this game. They were like, please, Tampa, please take over. We can't handle it. It's a damn shame because I thought Carolina played better than Tampa. I really felt like they did. They controlled the game. It was 3 big touchdowns to Mike Evans was the difference in this game. No if,
Yeah.
ands, or but. Tom Brady, you're still washed.
Looked like Evans and Brady were off most season. They finally got on the same
Dude,
path.
it was stupidity.
Yeah.
Stupidity.
Yeah, it was crazy. Look, and you got to feel for Carolina because potentially JC Horn is the best cornerback in the league, arguably this year. That's how great he's been playing. And he didn't play in this one. And you have to think right there, like that's supposed to be JC Horn locking up Mike Evans. And you see that happen, you got to be sick to your stomach if you're a Carolina Panther fan. But look, the Bucks got it done. They've been hanging around all season. You got to give them credit for getting the job done and getting it done in an ugly way, yes, but got it done. Like Brady came out, Mike Evans came out, defense made plays when they had to, and they took advantage of what was in front of them, man.
Carolina
They're
made
in the playoffs.
mistakes, and they just cannot overcome their mistakes. I think Carolina lost this game, whether it was
I mean, let's
a
be real.
fumble snap in their own territory, which was abysmal. It was like, here's a short field, Tampa. Have fun.
Yeah.
Just
Let's be real. That's Carolina not supposed to be here.
no, not at all.
Not at all. So look, you got to give them props. They're playing with house money. Tampa Bay did what they should have done uh probably through like week 12 because that's how bad this division is. They should have locked up this division and been a good team, but
You know,
they got it done in week 17 and they're on their way to the playoffs, man. Back-to-back NFC South champions. Kind of crazy to think about, but they might play Dallas. And are you scared of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against
absolutely,
anyone in the
absolutely.
playoffs?
I absolutely am scared against Dallas because I think one thing Tampa can do is run the ball a little bit so they keep it balanced. I think that's Dallas's weakness. And you
Yeah,
know
and
what?
they
I will say this about Dallas one. Dak Prescott is not buying a lot of goodwill right now with the way he's been slinging that thing. You do
yeah,
not want turnovers. Yeah, turnovers against Tennessee are fine because Josh Dobbs is starting a quarterback. Turnovers against Tom Brady, he's going to make you pay.
yeah. Kind of interesting to see. That's a big matchup that's might might get changed because depending on if the Eagles win and the Cowboys win, all that stuff. But as of right now, I think Tampa Bay will be playing Dallas. And if I'm a Dallas fan, like I'm kind of
Last
kind of
team I want to
scared, man.
see.
Like, yeah, you don't want to play Brady. You don't want to play Brady. You don't want to play that defense. Like you just don't want to deal with it. Okay. You rather much play a team like I would say they would rather see Minnesota, like if things were all possible. Or even the Giants, like a known opponent in their
Yeah.
division or a team that they know they can beat. Tampa Bay was a team that beat Dallas early in the year. Like
Week
I
one.
know, yeah, Dak got hurt, but and week one is a crapshoot, can't really take much into it. But maybe it's just one of those matchups where Dallas doesn't really match up well with them.
Yeah,
So shout out to the Bucks, man, in the playoffs. Let's
absolutely.
see what Raven got to say here. Dak been Wentz-esque, but has a team to cover his flaws.
See, it's not
Facts.
all Wentz, bro. It's just the team. Do you want
uh
to get rid? You want to take on some like shitter games just to blow
yeah,
through them real quick?
yeah, why not?
Let's start with
This
the LA Bowl battle for
the
LA.
LA Bowl. Okay, look, man. There's only one thing to say about this game. 31-10.
There are no
Chargers
fans
get the
there.
win.
Who are those people?
The stats in this one weren't that good besides Austin Eckler, 122 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 75-yarder to show for it. Look, man, I just want to say this. I know it's a win against the LA Rams is nothing special, but as a Charger fan, you got to look at it with some really big confidence, man, because like I said, with the Eagles, you don't want to be playing your worst ball going into the playoffs. The Chargers are the complete opposite. They're playing their best ball of the year. They're getting healthier. They're playing really good,
They're playing Denver
and they're
next week.
going in red hot.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're going in red hot. They're gonna probably kick their ass too.
It depends how much they play, but let's see. So we will see.
Yeah, AFC South. This one meant nothing. The Jags.
Uh,
I love the mentality,
Good job,
Max.
Jax. Yeah, good job. Do your bit. Take care
Yeah,
of business.
take care of business. They had like backups in there by like the third quarter. It seemed like Trevor Lawrence is on a tear, bro. I think they're the number one team you do not want to face in the playoffs. I'm talking about NFC, AFC. You do not want to see the Jaguars. I think they're going to beat the Tennessee Titans next week. I'm making my pick right now. That's how confident I am. That Jags team, they're playing loose, they're playing free, they're playing careless football right now. Like if nothing's on the line. And
Yeah,
that's one of the worst
I
teams
agree.
you can play, dude.
100%. I agree. 100%.
Chiefs and Broncos. This one was a kind of a close game throughout the whole game, but Mahomes got some magic, got him going. Russell Wilson, touchdown, 1 interception, not as bad.
Hey, he
He's had
broke
worse.
200. That's a day.
That's a
That's a
day for
big
Russell
day.
Wilson. But unfortunately, they get the loss. Kansas City not playing for much, but the first seed in the AFC. So we'll see how that winds up for them. Detroit Lions took care of business, 41-10. Did you see the Aiden Hutchinson play?
I
Hutchinson
truly
play, Max,
believe
with the
there's no
pick?
way Justin Fields knew he was on the field in any regard. That was unbelievable. You got more picks than Sauce, bro.
That was
Maybe start
super
playing 8.
unbelievable.
Might start playing
Yeah,
8 in
play
the
my
corner
corner.
one. Got more
This is my
interceptions
whole
than
thing, Max. Have you seen the stats on the Detroit Lions sacks for this year?
No. Tell me.
I want to say, if I'm not wrong, I read up that all their sacks are by rookie players,
No
which is
way. That
insane to think
true?
about. Most of their sacks, I think both rookies that they drafted this year on the defensive line, forgetting his name, but Hutchinson and the other guy that they drafted, 7 sacks apiece,
Oh,
7 plus,
Houston,
I think.
right? James Houston?
Houston. Yeah. So
I
that's
wanna
that's
look
called
that up.
development, man. That's called
That's
development right
wild.
there.
Where'd you hear that
Yeah.
stat? Like online?
No, I think I was rolling through Twitter today because I wanted to get like the fast updates on Hamlin. So I
Okay,
seen that stat.
so they got I'm just looking at this. Is Kaminsky a rookie? John Kaminsky? I think he's a rookie. No, he's
No,
old. But so they have like
no,
15 and a half sacks from
right,
Aiden and Houston. I almost called him
right.
Justin. Everyone else has like 7 sacks combined.
I
So
think the guy
they're accounting
Rodriguez
for
is a
like,
rookie too.
yeah, Rodrigo has 1 sack. Damn, that's impressive.
Yeah, pretty
That's
crazy, man.
insane, bro.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's
Shout
not a
out to the
position
Detroit
guys just
Lions.
come in and dominate. That's
Yeah,
awesome. They hit the draft out of the park.
really though, really. Let's talk about this one real quick. Desmond Ritter got his first win. This one, not much to say. I just feel sorry for JJ Watt. Tough to see the Cardinals losing like that.
Can't lose the
Uh,
battle of the Boyds.
yeah, you can't lose the battle of the birds, man. But there you go for that one. Let's get into where is it? This game right here. This is a good
Thank
talking
you.
point right here.
Thank you.
So the Detroit Lions, I want to say they have a lesser chance than the Green Bay Packers because the Packers took care of business and they whooped
Well,
the
one, I
Minnesota
think
Vikings ass.
it's in and it's win and get in.
They,
That
they
game,
controlled their own destiny.
but they're playing the Lions, so Lions win, they're in. So it's scary.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I would love to see that one to be the Sunday night football game.
It
They
is.
chose.
They flexed it.
Oh, so
Detroit's
the
playing Green Bay
Saturday
Sunday
game.
night football. Saturday night is Jacksonville versus Tennessee Titans.
Oh, okay. That was smart. That was smart. Okay, I
It
love
kind of
that then.
sucks if you're Jacksonville and Tennessee gets like an extra time,
Yeah.
but
And I see that
overall,
the Raiders and the Chiefs are before that on Saturday. They flexed us. I don't know. I guess Jared Stidham wants to be seen. But look, one of the glaring stats that I want to show you guys here. Justin Jefferson, 1 catch for 15
I
yards.
put that in there for a reason.
Look, man, you got to give all the props to Jaheir Alexander. We're big fans of Jaheir Alexander here at the MJC
Damn.
show. He had a tough like first 6 games of the year. It was really tough for him. He was
Yeah.
struggling. Maybe it was because of injury. Week 1 he got destroyed by Justin Jefferson, and the
Stephon
Packers were
Diggs
struggling.
took him out back for a little bit.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs took him out. But these like last 8 games, I want to say, he has been playing at an elite level, and he's been talking shit and he's been backing it up. He was grittying on the field.
Oh my god, dude.
Like,
First
it's
quarter
just
gritty, bro. I was like, dude, there's so much time. And I texted you, I said, have you seen the way this dude's pressing him? He's like
yeah,
punching him in the chest. Like Justin Jefferson, I've never seen get taken out of a game like that. I think he had one
yeah.
bad game, and I think it might have been last year, same around this time. But Jair took it to him. Kudos to Jair, man. You talked a lot, you backed it up. Kudos, man. You're one of my favorite corners.
Yeah, Raven saying don't read too much into this Vikings loss. Their third center was out there. He won't
Yeah,
mess
I
up
mean,
anything.
but this has been the Vikings though. Like against some good teams, they get down, and it's kind of like this is why I've always kind of felt like they're fool's gold. That doesn't just stem from this one game. It stems from
Yeah.
getting down 33 to the Colts, stems from kind of getting lucky to beat Buffalo, stems from getting blown out by Dallas. That's what it comes down to for me.
Yeah, it's something that you don't want to see. But look, with the right matchup, if they can just avoid Max, the Cowboys and the 49ers somehow, which I don't even think that's possible because I got to see the playoff tree. But if they can avoid those two teams, I have some confidence that they can compete with at least the rest of the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say they got to play the Giants. I have some confidence that they can
It
beat the
was a close
Giants.
game last time they played one. Close
Yeah.
game. The Vikings are a very hard team to kind of foresee how they're going to go.
Yeah, and look, the Packers, man, in years past, everyone's gonna look to Rodgers and be like, "Oh, it's because of Rodgers, man. Rodgers this, Rodgers." Look, this team is playing some great defense and freaking special teams, man. I mean, Darnell Savage, pick six. Kayshawn Nixon, former Raider, shout out to him.
You say that
Kickoff
one, and
return.
they get a punt blocked, and it's like, gee, have you guys learned nothing from last year
Shout
with the
out to
ball?
Rich Bisaccia, though,
He's
playing the
doing an
best ball at the best
okay
time.
No, I mean he might be a head coach again. I don't know about that one. But Green Bay, we wrote them off after they got smacked by the Eagles and gave up 400
Yeah.
rushing yards in like the first quarter. But winning they're in, and it's hard to pick against Aaron Rodgers and Lambeau on a cold January night.
Yeah. Raven even saying it, Green Bay is run first and D playing lights out, man. Yeah, they
Heck
got the
yeah.
run game going. It seems like AJ Dillon's getting more involved, especially in the goal line situations. They're playing Aaron Jones. Maybe that's because of, he's been on the injury report lately. But this is not a Rodgers driven team. It's not everything Rodgers. Everything is on his shoulders. The Green Bay Packers are helping out Rodgers right now. And if he can just make those big time throws to Alan Lazard down the field, or Christian Watson could just take a slant to the house for 65 yards, and that's how the offense scores. That's all they need, because that's how lights out their special teams and defense is playing right now. So
Mhm.
I can't wait to see the matchup with the Lions and the Packers. It's going to say a lot about their futures, because if the Packers lose this game and let's say they get embarrassed, this can be like the last game for Rodgers,
It definitely could.
potentially. And then you look on
Definitely.
the Lions side, you get embarrassed like that. It doesn't give you much confidence in a team like Dan Campbell. And, I know they got a bright future, but you can't fall straight on your face here. You
Yeah, it's
got to
kind of
have
just
a
like a
competitive
sour
game.
taste in your mouth at the worst time.
Right.
You don't want to end like
Exactly.
that.
Yeah. So is that game in Green Bay, Max?
In Green Bay, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna say a lot. It's gonna say a lot about both teams. Like it definitely has to be a competitive game. Whoever gets blown out in that one potentially can be like, let the pieces fall down and we're gonna restart this whole thing, reboot it, because the confidence is just not there. So we'll see. Uh let's see what Raven said. Still young. I expect Rodgers to be Roger. We'll see, man.
Yeah, definitely.
He
So
be struggling with that offense sometimes, bro.
they have their spell. They have their spell. So when we got a few games left, which one do you want to hit next?
Let's go ahead and hit the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, who got a great win against the Baltimore
Come
Ravens.
on, Baltimore. You let me
Ah,
down.
yeah. Tyler Huntley, 130 yards, one touchdown, one interception. Pickett, who led him to another game-winning drive, man. Kenny Pickett, 168 yards, one touchdown. These teams are like a mirror image of each other, man. They can only run the ball, but they play stout defense, and Whoever can make a play downfield with the receivers is going to win. And Pittsburgh won that battle. And you look at the Baltimore Ravens have been winning close games week after week after week. This was not the case, man. Lamar Jackson needs to come back to this team. Who knows if he's, sitting out
Himself.
just yeah,
Yeah, who knows?
do you want to come back to this team that has no weapons who your number one primary weapon is freaking Deshaun Jackson, who's like 40 years old, damn near. It's crazy to think
I mean,
about.
dude, it's Mark Andrews are really. I mean, Isaiah Likely's fun, but he's not there yet. It's just not a fun offense for a quarterback, in my estimation. Like they need Lamar bad. But he's always been an MVP candidate. He's won it. He's so important to this team, making off schedule throws and having some talent. Tyler Huntley's fun. He's cool. He's just not it. He's simply not it.
He's definitely not in this offense.
No, absolutely not. And I think he can, he wears a single digit. He's quick like Lamar, and we think he can do Lamar, but no, Lamar's a special breed in himself. And I mean, Baltimore wasn't playing for much other than the division. Like they're still locked in, but I don't feel like they're on the Bengals' path. They would need Lamar to come back and just dominate, and I don't think they're that type of team.
Right. So we'll see what happens, but Baltimore hanging on by a string, and you gotta give Mike Tomlin all the props in the world. Like I was preaching it like throughout like week 3 or something, or week 4, when they before they got blown out by the Bills. I was like, Mike Tomlin, man, gotta give him this, gotta give him that, and they get blown out. I'm like, okay, this might be the year that Pittsburgh's probably the
Bro, they
worst team in
might
the
not
league.
have a losing record, bro. They
I
might
know, and
not.
it's crazy. They just got back in a blink of an eye, bro. Like they beat Carolina, they beat Baltimore, and they just keep on fighting, bro. You gotta love Mike Tomlin. You gotta love this
I
defense.
am
And
rooting for Pittsburgh to not not have a losing year, but I don't think they're gonna do anything in the playoffs. They're a bad team. They're not a good team.
people forget this was a playoff team last year.
Yeah, and they got smoked. They got
They got
smoked.
smoked. They definitely did get smoked, man. Um, let's see what Raven got to say. Any team should be careful with Lamar, even if the Ravens don't re-sign him. Take a certain game plan to bring out the best in him. Greg Roman has suited him well. Yeah, most definitely. Greg Roman
You know,
has
an,
developed Lamar
another
really
factor
good.
one that might be in the contract extension is overall health of Lamar. 2 injury-riddled years for him. Not a good look.
Yeah. That's a whole nother beast, man. I can't wait for the offseason because there's going to be a lot of moving parts, man. Let's see. What game do we want to
You
hit? I
want to hit
think there's 2 more
Dolphins?
games.
Dolphins?
Yeah, man. This one we can hit on pretty good.
New
Dolphins
England.
lose. Yeah,
Oh my
Dolphins
goodness.
lose to the New England Patriots 23-21. And a guy that I want to highlight, forget these stats, man. The stats didn't really say much. Teddy B got hurt in this one. Backup third string quarterback came in. But Kyle Duggar.
Dog.
Kyle Duggar. Oh my goodness.
Kyle Dogger.
Shout out to Rutgers or wherever he came from, because he seems like one of these.
Do you remember when they picked him? And everyone was
Yeah,
like, "Who? Who the hell
I
is
don't
Kyle?"
even think he's from Rutgers. I want to say he's from like some weird school.
Lenore Ryan, or is he Lenore
Lenore
Ryan?
Ryan,
Is that
exactly.
him?
Yeah, that is exactly him. And he has blossomed into a hell of a player, man. 2 pick sixes in the last 3 weeks from Kyle Duggar. And I think he has like 3 on the season.
Yeah, I think
And
he
he's playing
returned a
on an all
fumble
pro.
for a touchdown. And dude, we panned this pig. We're like, "Who the hell's Kyle Duggar?" We think
Right.
we're experts. Bill Belichick knows how to develop players. You might hate his draft sometimes, but he develops guys from who else could find a Kyle Duggar other than the Patriots, it seems like. And you know what? He's a difference maker one. He's always around the ball. He's a huge dude. He's gigantic, 6'4" safety. And we wrote New England off a couple times. They're not dead. I
Yeah.
think they're winning to get in.
I wish he can be the DB's coach and draft all the DBs, just a secondary, for the Raiders. Just find us someone good, because
Yeah,
we
he should
struggle
never
to
have
find
impact
good
on
people.
receivers, really.
Yeah, like everything else, it's like question mark, but you can never question this man at DBs. He finds them. He knows what to look for. Kyle Duggar, all the damn Joneses he has back there with
Oh my god,
Jack Jones and
Marcus,
Marcus Jones. Like, it's
Jonathan
ridiculous,
Jones
man.
back in the day.
But look, I don't trust the Patriots at the end of the day. They play who? The
The
Bills
Bills.
next week.
They
We'll see if they
might
even
get lucky and catch the Bills at a very weird time because they're dealing with a
yeah,
very weird set of
e
circumstances.
exactly. That might be the case, but if they get a full-fledged, Bills team,
Locked in, yeah.
I don't trust this Patriots team, man. Their offense is still very, very bad, and, their defense is good, very good, but I don't think it's something, like, very special, like
Yeah, it's
San
hard to
Francisco or
overcome that
something.
offense. It's hard.
Exactly, 'cause we've seen it again. But, on the Dolphins side, man, no Tua, of course, he didn't play in this one, but, this is how the season has went for the Miami Dolphins. 0-3 no, 3-0,
3-0.
then
3 and
0-3,
3. Yeah, 3 yeah.
and then 5-0, 5 straight, and then now they have lost 5 straight. So, crazy season for the Dolphins. A lot of it has to do with the injuries to Tua, but, a lot of it has to say where this team is, like, where do you go from here in the offseason? Do you legitly just run it back? Because the way I look at it, Max, yeah, you can run it back. You can bring back all these guys, Tua, the offense, the defense, all of that good stuff. But to me, I look at the bigger picture. Look at a team like the Buffalo Bills. I don't think they're on their level. Like, I don't think they're on the Patriots level as a defense. Like, there's a lot of levels to this that the Dolphins just can't seem to reach. So,
Yep, and
is
they
this
got
the
guys who
team?
need to be paid one. They got a lot of guys to be paid,
Yeah.
whether that's Bradley
And
Chubb, Jalen Waddle's coming up, Gesicki. You paid a
yeah.
lot of money to Teron Armstead. What about Byron Jones, who's been hurt all year? What about Xavier Howard, who just got a raise? There's a lot of things to go into Miami, and I feel like we kind of gave Mike McDaniel a lot of praise early, and I don't think he got enough I don't think he got enough criticism for how their season kind of unveiled. And I get backup quarter, dealing with the quarterback sucks, but they lost some games when he was healthy too, like to the Chargers.
Yeah. And I say this, Max, would they be a team on the list for not necessarily blow it up, but make a ballsy move? Like really
Well, didn't they
change
do
some
that
things.
already? Isn't that Tyreek?
It is Tyreek, but do you take it up a notch at the quarterback position or you
If
trade?
I'm Miami, getting a new quarterback's not out of the realm of possibility. If it's me, it's not just how I think of Tua's skill level. You got to think about his overall of durability and ability to play, which he doesn't really have because he gets hurt a lot.
Yeah. It's tough to look at, man. I feel like they have the coach though, right?
Yeah, Mike
McDaniels.
McDaniel's a good coach. Yeah,
Yeah, so far. We'll see where the Dolphins get out of this, man. Raven says injuries to Tua. Please stop that narrative. He started 4 out of the 5 games they have lost in this run. Yeah, definitely this run at the last 5, or should I say the last 4. Um, Tua has definitely played bad, dude. It's been a really bad stretch of football for the Miami Dolphins. Besides that Buffalo Bills game, I can't give you that Bills game, Raven. They
they were in it.
Tua played good enough in that one. Josh Allen just took over.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah. So we'll see where the Dolphins go from here. They play the who they play. They got to play a
They
division
play the Jets,
Jets. So
and you know what?
speaking of the
Perfect segue.
let's go into them, man. They got beat 23-6 to the Seattle Seahawks.
Was Mike White one? No.
Mr. White. Yeah, Mr. White did not show up, man. 23 out of 46, 240 yards, 2 interceptions. Geno Smith, the revenge tour continues.
Yeah,
He beat
hit
the
them.
Giants, he beat the Chargers, and he has beat the Jets. And not only did he beat the Jets, he eliminated the Jets from playoff contention. Uh, Kenny Walker, big day on the ground,
Very big day.
23 carries, 133 yards. You got to love what you see from the Seattle Seahawks. They just continue to have these very great moments in their season, and they're playing with house money, and they still got a chance to get into the playoffs themselves. It's
Mhm.
very
Yeah, the
low, but
scenario. Yeah.
yeah, very tough scenarios, but they have a chance. And I shout out to Jordan Brooks, man. They lost Jordan Brooks. I think he tore his
Yeah,
ACL.
that was a
It's a
bad
tough
looking
look.
play. I don't
Yeah,
know if
he's
you
gonna
saw
be.
it.
They say that he's gonna miss some time for the 2023 season.
I would
He's
yeah.
the leading. He's been the leading tackler for the Seahawks for the last like 2.5 years or 3 years, something
He's
like
been
that.
sneakily a really good linebacker who's kind of lived in Bobby Wagner's shadow, but he finally busted out this year, and it sucks to see. But I think he'll be back one. And the Seattle team, watch out for them next year. Even with Gino, watch out
Yeah,
for them next year. They got 2 first-round picks. They got a lot of money to spend. They got some really good players: Kobe Bryant, Tariq Woolen, Jordan Brooks, Charles Cross, Abraham Lucas. There's a lot of things to be happy about in Seattle. One, Kenny
yep.
Walker, your boy.
Kenny K9. Um,
That's a
let's
good
talk.
one.
Let's talk about the Jets, Max. Mr. White.
They're keeping Zach
He,
Wilson one. They're not going to cut bait with him. Let's try to get some trades for this guy.
so Wilson and Mr. White are not the answer, right? You
No,
can't. You can't.
no. Maybe it's Joe. Wait, no, it's not Joe Flacco. It's time to. This is a team. Exactly. Let's cut bait with Zach. 3rd round pick, Carolina. Here you come. Let's get another one of these guys in there. Let's push all the chips for a quarterback, whether that's CJ Stroud, who just came off an amazing performance against Georgia, Bryce Young, Will Levis, Anthony Richardson, whoever. Go all in for a quarterback. It's these guys aren't
They
the answer.
have the team, Max. They have a great defense. They have a really good offensive line who has had injuries in the beginning of
Yeah,
the season.
maybe they come back. It's Mackay, Vera Tucker. They come back and just give this line a boost. They're starting Dwayne Brown at left tackle. The fossil.
They found the Garrett Wilson who we were wrong about. It looks like they found their receiver of the future. They're
Absolutely.
just missing that quarterback. Imagine if they would have just beat or would have just lost to the LA Rams and just kept the number 1 pick.
Tanking, guys. It works. It works. No.
Man, that's just one of the like me and Max both come from the aspect of like we never like tanking. We never want our team to lose.
Yeah, but I
I did
mean,
not
if the difference is 1-15 or 2-14, I'm cool tanking for that one game.
for that
It's
one
okay.
game. But it
Yeah.
wasn't like that though. It wasn't like
No,
the
no,
last
no,
game of the
no.
season. They won 2 in a row. I want to say they beat the Rams and they beat someone else. Like they had 2 straight wins in a
Yeah, was
row.
this the year they were tanking against the Raiders
Yeah.
though, and they got the Hail Mary?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, man.
Greg Roman for the win. Was it Greg
G-Ro.
Roman?
Yeah, G-Ro, he
G-Ro.
got fired, I think, after that game.
Yeah, shout out to G-Ro.
No, it's not Greg Roman. The Saints guy. Greg Williams? The
Oh
Greg
my goodness.
Williams?
Greg Williams, sorry,
Yeah,
Greg
yeah,
Williams.
sorry, G-Ro. You good, you good.
G-Ro's
G-Ro
good.
was
Sorry. We're just
trash.
talking about G-Ro. But Greg Williams, the defense coordinator for the
Oh my god,
Jets at
that's
the
funny.
time. Yeah, the Jets got to do something, man. To me, I would get a veteran quarterback. I would get a veteran
Like a Geno
quarterback.
Smith?
Yeah,
This
maybe,
would be a
maybe
great team for,
bring him
like, a
home.
Ryan Fitzpatrick. Just come in for, like, 1 year, get him, like, remember when he came in that 1 year? Brandon
No,
Marshall?
I'm talking about like you talk about the Dolphins making a swing. Like the Jets got to make a swing. The Rodgers, the Brady, even though Brady's kind of out of the question because I can't see Brady going to New York and facing the Patriots twice a year, but you got to go after a guy like that, man. You have to swing for the fences. You have the team right now. I don't think this, as young as they are, and for how much shit they have gone through this year, Max, I don't think they can handle all this damn patience for another rookie that can't hit the ground running. And maybe that's Bryce Young, but they don't have a high enough pick to get a guy like that.
No.
They just don't.
And Seattle's pick they have this year is not really high in itself. Or no, they don't think they have Seattle's pick this year. But yeah, so they have to do something.
We'll see, dude.
Maybe trade for
I
Trey
feel for
Lance.
that would be absolutely crazy. But
Trade for Brock.
Oh my
Today,
goodness.
if the season ends today, you think Brock Purdy be top 100 most valuable trade asset?
No, I don't know. I don't
Like,
think so.
or are we doing that again? I'm down.
Maybe. Did you add a team of the week?
No, I didn't. I didn't have time to
No.
add it this week, but I'm pretty sure we're going to both pick the Colts. So
I mean, part of me wants to pick the Commanders and Ron Rivera. I mean,
oh man, Carson.
you don't
Wentz
even
is-
know the scenario.
Yeah, it's
for you.
pretty teabaggish.
Pretty
Teabaggish,
tea.
my fine sir.
Okay, so I asked you this question again, man. We're done, right? We're
Yeah.
you're cutting bait.
I mean, I'll just say this: they were winning 10-7 with him, and then I don't know. They throw 3 picks. I can't really. They low key withstood the Wentzing. Like they were 2 picks in the first quarter. They're up in the second quarter, and they couldn't do anything. They're just bad. They're bad.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz is bad decision maker. He's done. I can't. No
So
more.
name 4 coaches right now that you think are going to be fired, because
Cliff
I'm putting Ron
Kingsbury,
Rivera on the list.
Cliff
Kingsbury, interesting one.
Kingsbury.
Ron Rivera, right? You're putting that one in.
Yeah, I put wrong. No, I don't think they'll fire him just because he's like a good
You
dude.
don't think so?
No, I think they should, but I'm saying look at the organization. Organization's like literally they're trying to get rid of the owner. Like they're going to keep the coach. You think they'll get rid of Lovey Smith?
I mean, they got rid of freaking Gully.
David Culley, yeah. What teams will they get rid of their coach? One, Mike McCarthy.
That's a dark horse. They got
That's a
to look really
first
bad.
round exit. It's definitely, I think.
Yeah.
So let's
Dennis
see, okay.
Allen?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they'll fire him. Okay, so here I'll let me go to some of the teams real quick. NFL teams. Okay, so Buffalo's not firing their coach. Bengals are definitely not. Giants aren't. Nope. Seattle. McDaniels? Josh McDaniels? No.
No, he's not gonna get fired.
Well, Denver's looking. Yeah, I don't really. Do you think they're gonna fire Matt Eberflus in Chicago?
No,
I don't think so either. Cliff? I said Cliff, right?
Yeah, Cliff. I got Cliff and Ron. I agree with those two. Those 2 guys can be fired.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I feel
That's
like
it,
McVay might be gone, but he won't get fired. They're not gonna fire him.
No, he's not gonna get fired. I'm talking about like that Black Monday on after week 18. It's like all those coaches wind up getting fired.
Yeah, I think those are the only guys I really see. Like the Titans would be fools to fire Vrabel.
Raven brings up a good point because he brought in the monkey rich in this one. Sean Payton. You do got to worry about that.
Oh my god! If I get Sean Payton, sorry, Brandon Staley, I just demote him to D coordinator.
Can you fire Staley after making the playoffs?
Yes, you absolutely can. If you can if you get Sean Payton on the line, I'd fire him.
That's tough, dude. Any chance Dan Campbell gets fired?
I don't think so. No, they love him too much. Bill
Belichick? Imagine.
If he got fired, it'd have to be for like him and Bob just don't see eye to eye.
A lot of the coaches have already gotten fired, honestly.
I think so too.
That's honest. Yeah. But we'll see what Sean Payton does, man. If I'm Sean Payton, I'm definitely looking at the Chargers. That's number 1 job in the league is you get Herbert.
Absolutely.
But you're gonna have to give a compensation. That's what it sounds like from the Saints.
You give up a second or third.
I think they're gonna want a first. I mean, John Gruden went for 2 first.
Yeah, it's been 2004. They didn't know better.
I mean, if Sean Payton's not as good as John Gruden or better,
I mean, we just know better. Like, come on, just let him. When's his contract run out? He doesn't have like a 20-year contract.
I think if I'm the Saints, I'm asking for a first.
Sorry, Sean Payton's contract run out.
It's a lot of money, bro.
He agreed a 5-year contract in 2016. Yeah, I'll be out pretty soon.
Then I'll be like, all right, well,
but
then
he
wait
still have to
another
surrender
year.
his rights and stuff, right? Something weird.
Yeah. We'll see, man. I think that's gonna do it for the show. Any more thoughts, Max? Anything you want to bring up, talk about?
No, I would say Denver though, Juan. If I was Denver, I don't know what they have left. I would give that for Sean.
Do you really want to hit your wagon to Russ?
Winner, guy's a winner.
You can fix him. Yeah, you're Sean Payton. You're like, I can fix this guy.
Yeah. Come on.
That's the coach's like. You cannot drink that potion, man. Every coach drinks it. I can fix this guy. I can be the one, and it just doesn't.
Which quarterback got that the most in your lifetime?
What quarterback?
Yeah. Who was always getting Jay Cutler almost got fixed like 100 times.
Jay Cutler, I would say.
Josh
Derek Carr
got fixed. Yeah.
Would you say Derek Carr?
Yeah, he definitely almost got fixed. I think they're gonna do that with Kyler. We can fix Kyler. We can get him like going. Yeah. Dak might be a good one.
Dak. I think he's kind of just right there still.
You think who's another who's
Trevor Lawrence was that?
Yeah, but that was 1 year. Like there's been guys who've had like 3 years. It's like this guy's so talented.
Can someone fix Zach Wilson? Does someone go to New York? and say, "I can fix Wilson, fire Saleh, I can do it." No
No,
fucking way they
please
getting rid of
don't hit
Saleh.
the tag into
Saleh's a
Zach
lock.
Wilson. Sam Darnold low-key almost got fixed like 3
Tua
times.
was a guy.
Baker?
Baker's definitely a guy. Most
From Hugh
definitely.
to Freddie to Stefanski. You know,
Yeah, Baker. Who else? Who's like a draft bust, man? That's who
Christian
we got to think
Hackenberg
of.
almost got fixed. No, I don't
Christian
even
Hackenberg, Mason Rudolph,
oh my god.
Mac Jones. Who can fix Mac
Oh,
Jones?
Daniel Jones was a hot one for a while. Yeah.
Daniel
Trey
Jones,
Lance might be one. We can fix this
Trey
guy.
Lance. Yeah, who can fix him? We'll see, man. We'll see. It's gonna be an interesting offseason. I cannot wait. I think that's it, Max.
That's it.
We're second to last regular season show.
So I wanna have this
Uh,
session on the show. Are we gonna do it on Wednesday to pick 'em, or you wanna postpone a day? There's no Thursday games.
yeah, probably do it on Thursday.
Yeah. I mean, new year, new us.
Yeah, fuck it.
What are we gonna do when there's like a
Josh
Wednesday night
Rosen.
game? Oh my god, could we fix Josh Rosen?
That's a good
That's
one.
a great
Can we
one.
fix them?
Hey, Ryan Fitzpatrick almost got fixed a million times. No, he wasn't a fixable guy.
There's nothing to fix. It's just kind of what you got.
Good year, bad year. Which one is it?
Exactly. Vince Young,
Oh
who's a
yeah,
fixie guy.
Matt Leinart a little bit.
Matt Liner.
Who drafted Leinart? The Cardinals?
Yeah, Cardinals. He was a Raider at one point.
Dog. Didn't he throw one touchdown for you and break his like clavicle?
Something like that. Is jeez. Thank God for Jared Stidham, right? All
Yeah.
right. Let's go ahead and end the show like that, man. Thank you for watching the show, guys. Shout out to Raven. Shout out to D Raw in the
Yeah.
chat, as always. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, man. We really appreciate it. And if you guys are watching the aftermath of this, you know, the recording of this, we appreciate you guys too. Follow us on Instagram at Max_JuanCast. Like me and Max said, we'll either be here Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see how our schedules work out. But don't miss the last regular season pick'ems, man. All right. Shout
Will
out to
one catch me? Will Max have an 0 for
I'm
16
done.
week?
I'm done. Did I do good this week? Can you just tell me if I did good or bad?
I haven't done it yet. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think I got
think
you on a
did pretty-
couple. I got you on a
That Raider
couple.
one killed me. I could have got one right there. It was a tough one, as always, all season. You know, but I think that's gonna do it, man.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys in a couple days. All right, we'll let you guys know.
Peace.
Out. Peace.